This is why you should eat turmeric and curcumin every day. Turmeric and curcumin. We don't know if you've heard about these two yet, but they seem to be lighting the health world on fire. So, being the experts on health that we are, we decided to take our turn explaining to you the awesome health benefits of both turmeric and curcumin. Speaking of awesome health, our channel is awesome and features a lot of health tips. Why not click that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell afterward. Speaking of health fads, let's talk about turmeric and curcumin. For those of you who are like our writing staff and have never heard of these before they wrote this article, let's go through a quick rundown. Turmeric. First off, we've got the big T, none other than turmeric. This is a plant that belongs to the ginger family that's grown mostly in Southeast Asia. Because of its geographical location, its roots are often used in Asian dishes, imparting a mustard-like earthy aroma and pungent, slightly bitter flavor to foods. Do you like curry-flavored food? Well, then you probably like turmeric because it's a principal ingredient in curry powders. Curcumin. Next, we move on to curcumin. Or should we say we move into turmeric to find out more about curcumin? Yes, just as your crazy uncle predicted, it's all connected. It is the principal curcuminoid of turmeric and gives the stuff its distinct color and flavor. So without further ado, let's dive into the strengths of the spice. Strength of the spice number 1. For thousands of years, the people of India have used turmeric as a medicine. And why not? It has a lot of great medicinal properties. In fact, as recent as 2013, a study done by scientists discovered what the doctors and medicine men in India have known for centuries, that turmeric makes for a great healer. And it can attribute its awesome medical properties to its old buddy curcumin. This curcuminoid is a substance with powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which in turn gives the curry ingredient its healing properties. Sounds great, right? Well, hold your horses there, buckaroo. Don't start stuffing your face full of curry powder just yet. Apparently, according to a piece of research done by doctors, the curcumin content of turmeric is not that high. It's around 3% by weight. So what can you do to get all those awesome healing properties? Well, scientists are working on a way for you to buy concentrated curcumin right now, as we speak. Problem solved, right? Well, not exactly. In yet another study, researchers saw that curcumin absorbs poorly into the bloodstream, unless, of course, you take it with pepper. Then its absorption rate is enhanced by 2,000%. That's because pepper contains piperine, a natural substance that enhances the absorption of curcumin. So what, we should just start eating pure curcumin and pepper? Well, yeah, kind of. Obviously, eat a curcumin supplement and don't trust anyone that tries to give you anything they'd call pure curcumin. Also, remember the best supplements are always cut with piperine. Oh, and curcumin is fat-soluble, so maybe eat it with a fatty meal. Strength of the spice number 2. Curcumin is a natural anti-inflammatory. We here at Bestie like inflammation. That sounds strange, we know. Why would we like inflammation? Isn't it annoying and painful? Well, yes and no. Yes, because it can sometimes be painful. No, because while it may be painful, it's not annoying. According to the folks at Healthline, inflammation helps your body fight foreign invaders and also has a role in repairing damage. Without inflammation, pathogens like bacteria could easily take over your body and kill you. Yeesh! Sounds awful. In 3 separate groups, scientists all did different studies on inflammation and its relation to modern Western diseases. They found after their research that heart disease, cancer, metabolic syndrome, Alzheimer's, and various degenerative conditions all have inflammation as a major player. So while we might not want to fight short-term healing inflammation, we want something that can fight the long-term chronic kind. Enter curcumin. Various studies done by specialists found that curcumin is one of the best anti-inflammatories out there. Not only does it match regular pharmaceutical drugs in how good it works, it does it all without the nasty side effects. How so, you ask? After they did a study on the effects of curcumin on inflammation, doctors and experts determined that it blocks NF-κB, a molecule that travels to the nuclei of your cells and turns on genes related to inflammation. NF-κB is believed to play a major role in many chronic diseases. What does that mean? Essentially, it means that curcumin will stop your inflammation on a molecular level. Strength of the spice number 3. Want lots of antioxidants? Eat some more turmeric. Hate aging? Maybe not, but you definitely hate getting diseases. Oh, you have factitious disorder? Oh, well then, maybe this video isn't for you. For everyone who's stayed, if you hate those two things, then you hate oxidative damage, because it's one of the components of those two awful afflictions. The damage involves some things called free radicals, which Healthline describes as highly reactive molecules with unpaired electrons. They essentially mess up whatever they're around. So what do antioxidants have to do with this? Well, they happen to protect your poor, defenseless body from these mean old free radicals. Pretty cool, we know, and we bet your big brain has figured out what happens to contain a lot of antioxidants. That's right, our good friend turmeric and curcumin. Not only did scientists find that curcumin is a potential antioxidant that can neutralize free radicals due to its chemical structure, but 2 more scientists discovered that curcumin boosts the activity of your body's own antioxidant enzymes. Wow! You'll be so free of radicals, your body will be captive and superficial. Strength of the spice number 4, the duo of delightful do-goodness also helps with brain function, as well as lowering your risk of brain diseases. If you like getting sick and you like getting old, then you definitely don't want to lose your brain function. Yes, we know it would make it so you don't have to take that commute every day, but then you wouldn't be able to enjoy anything either. Don't freak out. We know talking about brains can be scary, but we're here for you. Anyway, your brain's neurons are always splitting apart and making new connections. It's just how your brain works. Scientists tell us that the most important drivers of this process, which in itself is an important process, is brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which is a type of growth hormone that functions in your brain. You don't have this hormone and you might face some trouble. A team of scientists found links between a lack of brain-derived neurotrophic factor and a higher risk of mental illnesses, even really bad ones like depression and Alzheimer's disease. So what does this have to do with our dynamic duo? Well, another team of scientists pronounced that curcumin can increase brain levels of BDNF. Interestingly enough, this can potentially delay you getting some of those nasty brain diseases, as well as possibly reverse some age-related diseases in brain function. It might improve memory, it might make you smarter. All of this is reported by a team of researchers. But what do they know? They're only scientists. And so, our list of health benefits of turmeric and curcumin is finished. What did you think? Do you think you'll add more of the two into your diet? Did we forget any of the best health benefits? Do you have something you want to say about turmeric and/or curcumin? Let us know in the comments section below everything you know or want to know about this awesome new combination. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.